Today, we're going to take a deep dive into a substance that millions of people have encountered, but almost nobody knows by name. It's this invisible gas that's been a silent, absolutely essential partner in operating rooms for decades. And trust me, its story is pretty fascinating.
You've seen it in movies, right? Or maybe you've even been there yourself. The anesthesiologist leans over and says, "Okay, start counting backward from 10 for me." You get to 9, maybe 8, and then you're out. Well, that incredibly fast, controlled drift into sleep isn't magic. It's chemistry. And for over 40 years, a huge part of that story has been a gas called isoflurane.
So let's properly meet the star of our show today. Isoflurane isn't just another anesthetic gas. For a very long time, it was the anesthetic. It really earned that title of workhorse because it was so reliable and, most importantly, because it made surgery so much safer. So what is it technically? Well, it's called a halogenated ether. It hit the scene back in the 1980s and pretty much took over, becoming one of the most widely used inhaled anesthetics on the entire planet. Its whole job is to put you under and keep you there, safely for the entire procedure.
And this is why it was such a massive game changer. You see, the gas that came before it, halothane, had a really dark side. The body, specifically the liver, would break it down, and sometimes that process created toxic byproducts that could lead to a really dangerous condition known as halothane hepatitis. Isoflurane, on the other hand, the liver barely even touches it. This was a monumental leap forward for patient safety.
Okay, so we know it's safe, but how does it work so darn fast? Well, that journey from the anesthesia machine into your brain is incredibly efficient, and it all comes down to one very specific physical property.
This number you're looking at, 1.4, is isoflurane's blood gas partition coefficient. Now that sounds super complicated, I know, but the idea behind it is actually really simple. A low number like this means the gas doesn't like to dissolve in your blood. It doesn't want to hang around. So instead, it races from your lungs, jumps into your blood for just a moment, and then leaps right out into your brain. Think of it like a commuter who gets on the train and gets off at the very first stop to get to their destination as fast as possible.
So this is the whole trip, right here. You breathe it in from a vaporizer, it fills up your lungs, and because it has that low solubility, that magic number, it just shoots across into the blood and gets delivered straight to the brain. This is what gives an anesthesiologist such fine-tuned control, and it's also why you can wake up pretty quickly once they turn the gas off.
All right, so the gas has made its lightning-fast trip to the brain. Now what? What does it actually do up there? How does this simple molecule create such a profound state of unconsciousness?
Honestly, the best way to picture it is to think of isoflurane as the brain's new master traffic controller. It doesn't just crash the system, it gets in there and very systematically manages all the signals firing between your neurons.
And it does this with a three-pronged attack. First, it supercharges GABA, which is your brain's main stop signal. That makes your neurons way less likely to fire. Second, it gets in the way of NMDA receptors, which are the main go signals. And third, it opens up these special potassium channels, which basically tells the neurons to just chill out. So it's hitting the brakes, blocking the accelerator, and putting the whole system in neutral, all at the same time.
But here's the thing. Isoflurane doesn't just work on the brain. It has very predictable effects all over the body. And managing those effects, well, that's the true art and science of anesthesiology. It's a constant balancing act.
What's really remarkable is how these powerful effects are also so manageable. For example, it relaxes your blood vessels, which brings your blood pressure down in a predictable way. It slows your breathing, sure, but it also opens up your airways, which is actually a great bonus, especially for patients with asthma. It even relaxes your muscles, which means the surgeon needs to use less muscle relaxant drugs. The anesthesiologist knows all of this is going to happen and is constantly making tiny adjustments. Now, you might be thinking, there are newer anesthetics now, right? Some that work even faster. So why, after more than 4 decades, is isoflurane still such a cornerstone of modern medicine? The answer is all about how it leaves your body. It's an incredibly clean exit.
This chart right here, this tells the whole story. It is incredible. A staggering 99.8% of the isoflurane you breathe in, you just breathe it right back out, completely unchanged. Only that tiny fraction, just 0.2%, is ever touched by your liver. And that's the whole ballgame. This minimal metabolism is the absolute key to its amazing safety profile. It's why it doesn't have the liver toxicity issues that plagued those older drugs.
Your body takes it in, it does its job on the brain, and then it's just gone. You breathe it right back out. It's such an elegant and safe system.
This quote from our source material just nails it, doesn't it? Versatile, predictable, and safe. Those are the qualities that have made isoflurane an indispensable tool, allowing for countless life-saving and life-changing surgeries to happen safely every single day, all around the world.
It's really a testament to brilliant chemistry that a drug designed back in the 1980s is still so vital today. But it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? As we learn more and more about the complexities of the human brain, what will that next generation of anesthetics even look like? What will they be able to do? That's definitely something to think about.